In just over 15 minutes' time, round 5 of the World Rallycross Championship gets underway. It's day 2 of a double header here in Riga. Welcome to Latvia and the World Rallycross Championship. Well, we're just down here at turn 1 and joining us again today, Rainis Nitish. Listen, Rainis, you know this circuit better than anyone else, and for a lot of people, it's make or break really, this double header, double points this weekend.
Yeah, yesterday was, I would say, mega race with many unexpected things, but let's see how it goes today. Double header, everybody been racing yesterday and everybody knows the setup and everything, tire strategy, so they just need to play the card game today and make it well.
I promise you it's going to be elbows out today. Now, for those of you who missed yesterday's action, you can go and watch it all on Red Bull TV, or if you want a quick sum up, have a look at this. The first round of a double header here in Riga saw the return of former champion Matthias Ekström, and he hasn't lost any of his pace, winning qualifying 2 outright ahead of Johan Kristoffersson, but a puncture in his semi-final meant his day was over early on. This is a big weekend for Kristoffersson though. It's been a disastrous start to the year for him. As always, he was bang on the pace in his Audi S1, winning Q1, and more importantly than that, his semi-final, bagging himself pole position for the final. Championship leader Timmy Hansen wasn't having it all his own way. He struggled in qualifying but finished just behind Kristoffersson in his semi to qualify 3rd for the final. Meanwhile, a resurgent Nicholas Gronholm, fresh from his podium finish last time out in France, also impressive here in Riga. Fastest in Q3 and winning his semi to stick his Hyundai on the front row alongside Kristoffersson. A juicy lineup for the final then, with Kristoffersson as clear favourite, but no one expected what came next.
Kristoffersson, and Kristoffersson is out!
With Kristoffersson in the tyre wall, Gronholm came out of turn 1 leading, and he didn't look back. The Hyundai i20 well hooked up in Riga, and the Finn went on to take his first victory of 2021.
It is Gronholm who wins in Riga.
Further back, the action continued. Timo Scheider's Seat Ibiza cried enough with an electrical fault, leaving Timmy Hansen clear to finish his afternoon in a strong 2nd position, while Kevin Hansen was squabbling for 3rd place with Christian Szabo. Eventually, the final podium position going the way of the young Swede. But up at the front and unstoppable, it was Nicholas Gronholm taking victory yesterday here in Riga. In the championship, Timmy Hansen continues to lead, 11 points clear of his brother Kevin, with Johan Kristoffersson 3rd, 15 points adrift. Nicholas Gronholm's victory yesterday sees him move up to 4th, just 1 point further back, with Christian Szabo rounding out the top 5. So there you go, a mega result for Nicholas Gronholm. But Rainis, look, there's 2 big black lines on the run down into turn 1. That's where Johan Kristoffersson got fired off yesterday. What has that boy got to do to get a result?
Yeah, I'm happy for Nicholas because he was really close to the victory all the time, and now finally he did it. But I really feel sorry for Johan. You know, it can't get worse. As he won after 3 qualies, he won his own semi-final. And then bang, final, out. Again, no points.
It's just he's got this monkey on his back this year, hasn't he? Every single round he's had an issue, but he needs to start picking up championship points now, or he's writing the year off.
Yeah, but he did everything right, you know. And also this, I think, was pure racing incident. It was nobody to blame, and I really hope that today he can make it.
A very quick word on Nicholas Gronholm. I know you've mentioned him, but it is brilliant to see him, particularly after what happened in France. Great result for him there, but to see him on the top step of the podium, fantastic.
Yeah, you know, GRX and Set Promotion together. I've been racing there together with Nicholas, and we've been teammates, and I know how hard the team is working, and they've been nearly touching. But now they got it. Happy for them.
Well, he's full of confidence coming into today's action. Have you ever wondered, though, what it's like to run a World Rallycross team? Well, here is Kevin Hansen to give you a guided tour.
Hi guys, my name is Kevin Hansen and I want to show you around my home away from home. Come on. This is my bus, or the team's bus, and here's where most of the mechanics sleep. Let me show you around inside. This is all the sleeping places for the mechanics, and if we go a bit forward, we have a bathroom to the left and we have a shower on the right. Before we enter the kitchen where we can make food and travel, relax, watch some TV and speak to the driver. If we go out, here's the dining area, and here we have all the meetings, we have the VIP stuff, and we have also all our dinners and lunches. Into the crew area, we have the 2 race cars, and we have our beautiful, beautiful trailer here. With the into the right here, you have an engineering spot. Here is my father Kenneth having a phone call like always, and a lot of spare parts also here in the back of the trailer. We swing around, we keep some tires here on the right and back into the race cars. Here's my car, beautiful shot over there. Some TV crew putting in some cameras, and Timmy checking out his car before practice tomorrow. Hello Timmy. And we go out to have a look above the track and into the pit lane. So guys, you have seen it all, the bus, the trailer and the Team Hansen crew. Now it's time for me to go and hit practice in Riga. See you then.
Very cool stuff from our drone crew. And listen, Rhinus, the Hansen boys, they're always there or thereabouts, aren't they? Yesterday, both of them on the podium again.
Yeah, P2 and 3. So unfortunately, Schneider disappeared with some technical issues. Then Jabor released Timmy and then Kevin, and again they are 2 and 3. So good job by them, but I think more and more everybody wants them to not be there. From the drivers, you know, everybody I think is pushing so hard to not see them on the podium because they are there all the time.
What we've got to talk about very quickly before we get into the action is tyre strategy. We saw yesterday tyre strategy playing a big part, and I think that'll be the same again today.
Yeah, for sure. And everybody got 8 new tyres for this race, and Matthias got 12. So advantage for him. But yeah, tyre strategy is crucial. Okay, it's not that bad because we have 3 qualifications. And we have semi-finals and finals. We don't have 4 qualis, so it's okay. But anyway, the best tire strategy man will win.
Now, for those of you who joined us yesterday, you'll know that we took a good look at Johan Kristoffersen's Audi S1 supercar. But next year we're going electric. So here is Oliver Eriksson to talk you through the RX2E.
Hi guys, I'm Oliver Eriksson. I will take you for a quick lap around the full electric RX2E car. The center part of the whole car, obviously the battery. It's positioned in the center of the car to keep the weight distribution at the peak. It weighs about 250 kilos. You got an external cooling system. Inside the car is a very different driving experience for the drivers. Obviously, not having a gear lever, it's only a handbrake. 2 pedals instead of 3, so no clutch. We got a power control engine braking, which axle also to send that engine braking power. You can do that on an electric car by sending power back to the battery, which activates the brake rams in the diffs, which makes a huge difference to the chassis. Down to your right, in the control panel, you also got 3 different rotaries. It's a pretty cool feature to the car, because there's so much stuff you can do with it, different combinations and so on. On the steering wheel again, we have the start map, which is how much torque you want out of the motors just on the start line. And also the launch button that activates the launch system of the car to make it go 0 to 100 in about 3 seconds. So let's go back and take a look at the back of the car. As you can see, there's not much going on. We have the inverter, which is the centerpiece of the whole motor control of an electric car. So we got the motor in the middle, very small, it's only 25 kilos compared to normal combustion cars, very different, you know. Goes to a reducer and then further on to a diff ramp that gives out the power to the wheels. Another unique thing about the RX2E cars is running horizontal inboard suspension, which is very different compared to many other rally and rallycross cars that are running vertical suspension. This car is a very fast piece of kit. It produces 250 kilowatts, which is equivalent to 340 horsepower, which is pretty decent in my opinion. And obviously, most of you probably wonder how we keep these things charged. So let me take you to the back. Around the back, we got 2 big battery containers that goes to a distributor that powers up the charger for the cars. So everything's fully green, full on, and a lot of power.
Whatever your thoughts are on electric cars, they are coming. There's no question that we're going to miss the noise that the supercars make, but trust me, they are properly serious pieces of kit. As you well know, you were racing one a couple of weeks ago in France.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday I was standing behind the start grid and that sound from the supercars. For sure we will miss that, but yeah, I raced the electric car and there are many bonuses and they are fast and many things to think about for the drivers with all the switches and options and everything. So I think it won't be worse.
There's no question we're going to go quicker, but it's not just that. It's going to test the drivers in a different way next year, isn't it? It's a different driving style. There's no clutch, for example. You're not going up and down through the gears. So it is very different.
Yeah, I mean, what I like the most is that driver have time to think and focus really for driving. You don't have gear lever, clutch, turbo, ALS, and all these things to blame to. But yeah, you just focus for driving. 2 pedals, steering wheel, bang, bang, bang. Need to be precise. Exit of the corner, you can see half meter front car is pulling away, or you catch it. So they are equal.
It's coming, it's the future, but for now, let's stick to the present. Here is yesterday's winner, Nicholas Gronholm, to give us a look around this Riga circuit.
We're in Riga, standing at the start line. This is where the adrenaline kicks in, the heart starts pumping, 5 to 6 cars lined up together, ready to go. Let's take a look at the track. So now we're in turn 1, one of the trickiest corners of the season, I would say. 5 cars coming into an almost 90-degree corner.
Gronholm holds the lead, and that's a brilliant start.
Always causes a lot of action. What we have here next to the grandstands is, I would say, the best overtaking spot on the track. You can basically brake next to the guy in front or try the undercut. Next, we take a look at the jump. Coming to the jump, we're carrying quite a lot of speed. Usually I tap the brake just a little bit here to not fly too far. We already land on the flat ground, and immediately when you land you need to be on the brakes into the tight hairpin left. So yeah, it's quite a nice section of the track. Coming from the jump and the tight hairpin left, we have to make the decision if we take the normal route or if we take the joker.
He has to take his joker.
What makes this track quite unique is that we have 2 jumps next to each other, which we don't get anywhere else, so creates quite a good show. So now we're in the last corner of the track, which is also the joker merge. Quite interesting part of the track for sure. Very unique, always causes a lot of action, and where the spotters come in handy to tell you what the other guys are doing if they're trying to go around the outside or trying to undercut. And as you can see, here we have the finish line. So when you see that one first, you know it's been a good one. I am looking forward to the race. Hope you too. Enjoy the action.
It's a busy old lap here in Riga, and Rainis, as we saw yesterday, it always gets a little bit naughty on the run down into turn 1.
The launch is so important. It's long, straight and quite tight corner up there, so you have to make good launch and be ready for the fight. And especially yesterday final, we saw Johan, bam, crash out. And it happens so easy because everybody wants to leave that corner first.
We also saw a little bit of action with the joker merge yesterday as well.
Yeah, joker is pretty long here, and you have spotters have to take time to make it in a correct way. But also the exit of the joker in the last corner. So if you exit that corner first, then you see the finish, especially in the final, then you are well.
Well, we're pretty much ready to go for the first of our semi-finals. If you are watching us on YouTube, you need to switch over now live to Red Bull TV. We'll cross over to our commentary team.
Hello and welcome to round 5 of the FIA World Rallycross Championship from Latvia's capital city of Riga and the dramatic Biķernieki racetrack. Latvia hosts the World Tour for the 6th straight year, introducing a double format in 2020 and again this weekend, taking the 2021 Tour